corner of third and King, but Jaime Garcia ruined the homecoming by not only keeping the Giants hitters off balance, but also by getting the Braves all the runs they needed with the biggest hit of the night. Tonight, the Giants turn to Ty Blach to be the stopper after 4 straight losses. Blach could be the right man for the job. He's pitched well and feeling at home at AT&T Park. Game 2 of the series is next. Beautiful night here on the shores of McCovey Cove, right near the Lefty O'Doul Bridge. The Giants and the Atlanta Braves, game 2 of the series. Hello, everyone. I'm John Miller with my crew call. Welcome to San Francisco Giants baseball. A 4-game losing streak. They haven't won since Ty Blach shut down the Cubs. And I mean, he shut them down into the 8th inning. No runs allowed in that ball game. In fact, his ERA, if you take away the one horrible start in Cincinnati, a 2.56 ERA. So Blach, he makes him hit the ball, but they don't seem to hit it very hard most often when he's on. And tonight he'll try and be the stopper.
Well, and the stop job is very much what Madison Bumgarner would be required to do if he was in the rotation. Now, keep in mind, it was Ty Blach that replaced Madison Bumgarner. You mentioned the 2.56 ERA he's had despite the Cincinnati start. Well, he's also been an innings eater. The last 3 starts he's had, he's given the Giants 7 innings in each start. He'll look to give him a chance to win and eat up some innings tonight. And hey, sooner or later that offense has to break out. All
right, so Giants looking for a win on the 80th anniversary of the opening of the Golden Gate Bridge. Giants, Atlanta will have the lineups, and then the first pitch, the ball game coming up. Taking the field. We're moments away from getting started. The Giants and the Braves.
All right, right now it's time for our key ingredients of the game, brought to you by Round Table Pizza and their new Magnifico Ultra Meat and Wombo Combo Pizza. And number 1, the Brandons versus Fultonevich. Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford together are 9 for 20 with 5 home runs against tonight's Braves starter. And number 2, Ty Blach, stay hot. His last 3 outings, he's given the Giants 7 innings in each start. His whip is an even 1, which is extremely well. And number 3, get Mark Melancon in the game. It's been a while since he's had a save opportunity. Tonight would be a good time for it. Those are our roundtable key ingredients.
So here is Ender Inciarte to lead off. And it's a called strike. So we are underway. 59 degrees, the official game time temperature. There's a bunt, and he fouls it for strike 2. Inciarte leading off in center field. The rest of the Atlanta lineup: Brandon Phillips, second base; Nick Markakis, right field; Matt Kemp, cleanup in left; Matt Adams, the former Cardinal, first base; Flowers, the catcher; Swanson, the young shortstop; Santana, a switch hitter, at third; and Fultonevich, the pitcher, bats ninth. And the curveball bounces in front of home plate. I know you like to see a guy throw a curveball with 2 strikes that bounces. Is that a little bit too long of a bounce?
Yeah, it's more of a scud than a good pitch.
Wait a minute. Now, I worked with Jeremy Affeldt earlier this week. He didn't say anything about a scud not being a good pitch.
It's hard to hit, let's put it that way, but not many guys swing at scuds.
Brandon Belt, and he'll take it himself. 1 away.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the left-hander Ty Blach. Blach, 6'2", 200-pounder. He is in his rookie year at the big league level, 26 years of age. This is what he has done in 6 starts. Remember, he started out in the bullpen, 4.10 ERA. Not many strikeouts, but if you look at the last 3 outings where he's gone 7 innings in each outing, he's only allowed 18 hits and 3 walks, just 1 base runner per inning. That's fantastic. He's not going to blow away the velocity, low 90s fastball. He's got a curveball, slider, and a very good changeup. Natural cut to his fastball against these righties. He's going to look to get inside.
Here's the 35-year-old Brandon Phillips, and that's a very low strike given by Pat Holberg, the home plate umpire. Phillips off to an excellent start with his new team, the Atlanta Braves, hitting .307, .358 on base average. And a foul, strike 2. The complete umpiring alignment with Holberg back of the plate, Rob Drake at first, Chris Siegel second base, and the crew chief Jerry Davis at third.
You're going to see a lot of low strikes tonight with Pat Holberg. He's good to throw to. He's got a little width on both sides of the plate, but his zone will tighten up as the game wears on.
Changed up and struck him out. 2 down.
Let's take a look at the defense the Giants will employ tonight behind Ty Blach, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Nunez, Span, and Williams. Some good arms on the corners. Crawford and Hill back. We welcome back Aaron Hill. They'll be on the left side of the infield. Joe Panic, Brandon Belt on the right side. And Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs as Buster Posey gets a planned scheduled day off. There's Aaron Hill.
Just activated from the disabled list yesterday. And a called strike to Nick Markakis. Markakis, .296 average, a .371 on base percentage. Braves have been hitting well, .267 team average, second best in the league. And that is out of play, strike 2. And he's come out throwing strikes. He's thrown 10 pitches, 8 strikes so far for Ty Blach.
Well, he likes to work quick, and he also finishes in a real good position to field his position. Watch how square he is to home plate after he throws the ball.
And he struck him out. Now that is a strong inning. 11 pitches, 2 strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down. The Giants are coming up when we return. The first inning at AT&T Park. The Giants batting order is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Span, center field, Eduardo Nunez, and he's been red hot lately. Left field, Joe Panic back in there at second. Brandon Belt at first base, got fifth most number of walks in the National League. Brandon Crawford at short. Aaron Hill just off the disabled list, third base. Nick Hundley catching with Posey being given the night off. Mac Williamson in right, and Ty Block the pitcher against the right-hander Mike Foltynewicz.
Big right-hander indeed, 6'4", 200 pounds. Foltynewicz is 25 years of age, and this is what he's done this year. Been very hot the last three outings, and he has won his last three starts. 37 strikeouts against 14 walks in 46 innings. And you're going to see a mid to high 90s fastball, curveball, slider, and a good changeup. More curveballs and changeups, but he's the kind of guy who can get going with the fastball and ride that hard. It's a good one.
So he's got one of the best fastballs just for speed in the game among starting pitchers, and he delivers down and away. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that's 97-mile-an-hour fastball with sink, and there aren't a lot of those around. He's also had good ownage on the Giants. Lifetime 2-1 with a 3.42 ERA.
And real tough last year. 2 starts, 2-0, and a 1.32. And that changeup is in the dirt, so the count is now 2-1. But the Giants do have some guys who have put up some numbers against him. And Denard Span 2 for 6 with a double, but notably Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford. There is Brandon Phillips, and 1 away.
Let's take a look at the Braves defensively, starting their outfield from left to right. It'll be Kemp, Inciarte, and Markakis. And the best arms are on the corners. Kemp and Markakis with good arms. Swanson and Santana, they'll be on the left side of the infield. Phillips and Adams on the right side. Tyler Flowers, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. And Flowers is a catcher you can steal on, does not have a good arm.
So here is Nunez, 282 average, 303 on base with 2 home runs. But he's got a hitting streak going. There's a fastball at 97 that ran in the hands. 0-1 the count. Back into the second deck, right beneath us. In the last 12 games, he's had at least 1 hit in all 12 of those games, and quite often more than that. He's had 18 hits during the hitting streak, a 375 average. One ball, 1 strike. The hitter's backdrop is still reflecting the sunshine. The field itself covered in the dark shadow. There you get a look at it. Not the best visibility for a hitter. That is in there for a called strike, and Nunez didn't think so.
Well, you saw the break on that breaking ball, and that is where you're disadvantaged when you have glare on that batter's eye, because you don't see the spin like you normally do when the lights take effect, or if it's a day game. It's a tough time of night to see.
Popped up, foul. And that's all for Nunez as Santana takes it. So 2 down. Different looking uniforms for the Giants. Amy G, can you give us some info on that?
I got you, John. Pretty special uniforms that all weekend long. Giants players and actually all the players across Major League Baseball will be wearing these special uniforms in caps in observance of Memorial Day. It's presented by New Era and Majestic and is meant to honor those who have lost their lives while serving their country. And if we can later get a shot on the side of the cap over the right ear, players have 5 stars to represent all 5 branches of the military. Gentlemen.
Amy G, thank you.
Well, I didn't know what those stars were for. Nice going, A to G.
As usual, she's got all the info. There's Buster Posey, and those are the 5 stars. That is a foul ball down the left field line. 1 ball, 1 strike to Joe Panic.
One of the things about the Giants is they got a lot of guys from the South, and for the most part, guys who come out of the South, they've got culture in the southern part of our country where they hunt. They hunt, they fish, they're outdoorsmen, and when these hats came out, you should have heard the boys in the clubhouse. They loved them. especially the hunters and the fishermen.
Back into the second deck, and a fan made the catch down there. Never got up out of his seat.
Well, it lit up the group.
It's great to get a foul ball, but to look so cool, I think that's the best scenario.
Yeah, he pulled it off.
That one is down the right field line, and it's gone, but foul.
Splash. Looked like a breaking ball down and in, but he just went down and teed up. I really like these uniforms, John. I'm so used to seeing the home colored cream jerseys the Giants wear.
2-2.
Seeing the white jersey is kind of a throwback to the jerseys the Giants broke out in 1983. The Will Clark, Matt Williams, and Robbie Thompson era. Phil Nevin wears it well.
This is Swanson, the young shortstop. And the Giants go down in order against Fultonevich. 0-0. Matt Kemp coming up when we return.
Brought to you by your California Ford dealers, home of the F-150 STX. Well equipped with the technology you want at a price you'll like. That's California Smart. Ty Blach, his last outing in Chicago, outstanding. 3 strikeouts in a 7-inning performance. And he even had the play of the game defensively, going back in and rifling a strike to Crawford. And Almora was history. Our Ford Smart choice.
Matt Kemp, first ball swinging. He was off balance on that one. And Williamson one away. Block did not allow any runs at all until the 8th inning of that game in Chicago. He carried a 5-hit shutout into the 8th. And the Giants were leading 6-0 at that time. Called a strike on the outside to Matt Adams.
He is just attacking the strike zone right now.
13 pitches, 11 for strikes. Strike 2 called.
That's a nice thing when you get that umpire looking for strikes. And the only way you establish that as a pitcher is you hit that strike zone early in the game.
0-2. Just off the corner.
Prowess is a good fastball. If you miss it off the plate 4 or 5 inches. Some guys will swing at it, some umpires will bite. Did not miss by much.
Struck him out. And he got him to chase out of the strike zone. 2 down, 3 strikeouts already for Ty Blach.
Well, he's getting ahead, then he's going down and he's saving for little 2-strike surprises, cuts and curveballs. And Matt Adams, I just don't think he saw the spin on that ball at all. Badly fooled.
Adams, who doesn't look like the same guy that we remember from the Cardinals.
He's about 30 pounds lighter.
I mean, he looks slim and trim. He looks great.
A tattoo sleeve on his left arm, a little longer. He really does look good.
Here's Tyler Flowers. Brandon Crawford. And that is a 6-pitch inning for Ty Blach. And 6 in a row retired. Belt, Crawford, Hill coming up for the Giants. Tri-Valley. Visit Tri-Valley. Play and stay on the sunny side of the bay. Tri-Valley. You never told me about that.
Well, yeah, I was saving it.
Look at the cove. There's some nautical action going on out there. Beautiful day here in the San Francisco Bay Area. The start of the Memorial Day weekend. And if you're out and about on vacation, we hope you're having a great time. And please drive safely. And thanks for sharing a part of it with us. As there's a look at the 80-year-old today. Golden Gate Bridge. Here is Brandon Belt. Did you notice I was wearing my Golden Gate Bridge tie?
I like that tie, and you know, I didn't know it was the 80th anniversary of the Golden Gate Bridge till you put that tie on. So nice going.
Opened 80 years ago today. Brandon Belt, that's hit well. Left center field. Still going and caught by Inciarte. Well, that could be a graveyard out there. It's not as deep as 421, but it's 404 to where the left field wall meets the center field wall.
And this is the type of at bat that really gets a guy talking to himself. I mean, he kills this ball. There aren't many ballparks that will keep that in play. And Ender Inciarte, who has great range and is a tremendous defensive center fielder, took his time, measured it out, and winds up taking away extra bases. And for Brandon Belt, that just winds up being a tough at bat.
So here comes Brandon Crawford. Crawford has 3 home runs in 10 career at bats against Foltynewicz, and he's got a base hit here, his 6th hit in 11 at bats. Belt had 2 homers in 10 at bats and 4 hits overall.
Well, are safe at home by Nest. Make sure things are safe at home with Nest Cam security cameras. Learn more at nest.com/Giants. August 27th of last year, Brandon Crawford homered off of Mike Foltynewicz. It was the only run allowed by Foltynewicz in 7 2/3. And as John said earlier, he was 2-0 against the Giants last year with an ERA of 1.32. So he had his way, but not with Brandon Crawford.
3 homers now and 11 at bats against Foltynewicz. And there is a called strike to Aaron Hill. Hill just back from the rehab assignment, coming off the disabled list. Hill is a veteran. He broke into the big leagues all the way back in 2005. He's got some power, and he takes a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Last year, splitting time between Milwaukee and Boston. Red Sox wanted him for the pennant race. He hit 10 home runs in 378 at bats. So he's got a little pop still. And the high fastball is fouled out of play off to the right. So it's 1 ball and 2 straight. Hill has hit as many as 36 home runs in a season during his career. That was at the height of his powers, 2009 with the Blue Jays. He had 26 homers the next year. He also hit 26 home runs 5 years ago when he went to Arizona.
Very quick bat. Loves the pitch above the belt. Good high ball hitter.
2-2.
He's also a tough guy to jam.
Juggled, and they get the 1 out at second. Santana could not field it cleanly, so Crawford is forced out. Hill safe at first. But check out the dynamic deals for the upcoming series with Washington. They're here Monday afternoon on the holiday through Wednesday. Tickets start for as low as $9. Join us out at the park on Memorial Day at 1:05, and then 7:15 on Tuesday, 7:15 Wednesday. Tickets always available at sfgiants.com. The Washington team not only flying high atop the National League East, but they're the best hitting team in the National League, one of the best in either league. Check swing by Hundley. Did he go? No. The first base umpire, Rob Drake, said no swing. 1 ball, no strikes.
Absolutely not.
Hill is the runner at first.
Hundley sitting on a fastball. First time through the lineup. If you're the Giants watching Fulton Nevich, you're looking to see what he has command of, what he can throw over, what counts he can get it over in. And if he's not getting his changeup or his curveball slide over, you don't even think about it in any count.
That ball is hit high in the air into deep left center. Still going. Still going. Adios, Pelota! And Nick Hundley has his first home run as a Giant, and it comes at a very good time. Their first runs of this series.
We always talk about Nick Hundley, and when you watched him when he was with the Padres and the Rockies, when you made a mistake up above the belt, that's where he would hurt you. That was where his power was. And this is just a little hanging slider, just kind of flopping it over, getting it in behind the count 2-0. And Hundley says, that's where I like it. Gets extended, backspins it right out of here. Jerry Davis says, round trip.
2-0 Giants, and here is Mac Williamson. And for the Giants, another home run with a man on base. Those kind of home runs have been in short supply recently. Mac Williamson got the first one after the Giants had 19 consecutive homers, all with the bases empty. Fastball away. And Williamson hit that home run Wednesday night in Chicago against Wade Davis. The first earned runs allowed by Davis this year. And he had a mighty cut on that fastball.
That's the way you want to see a guy with power swing on a fastball. Good balance through that swing. Head stayed down. That's when you step out going, how did I miss that thing?
Well, he missed another one. First strikeout for Fultonevich. But Nick Hundley got hold of one. Bye-bye, baby, as Russ Hodges used to say. 2-0 Giants as we head to the third. Giants baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Toyota time is on and just announced for Memorial Day. Get $2,500 total cash back on Corolla. Test drive yours at your local Toyota dealer today or visit buyatoyota.com. Ty Blach back to work with the lead, and he eases one through there for a called strike to the 23-year-old Dansby Swanson. This was the guy that he was the very first draft choice in the 2015 draft. So there were first-round choices, and there were guys who were high first-round choices, but there's only one actual #1 pick in the first round, and it was Swanson by Arizona. That's a ball down and in, and then they used him as part of the trade to get Shelby Miller, which astonished a lot of people. But the Braves held firm in their demands in that trade, and the D-backs wanted him badly enough. They finally included Dansby Swanson, and he's a young guy, Mike, 23 years old, out of Vanderbilt. He helped the Commodores to 2 College World Series and a College World Series title, their only one. That got in the stands in a hurry. And Swanson was looking over there. 2-2 the count.
Well, the one problem that Swanson's been having is staying in the strike zone with what he's trying to hit. I mean, it happens to young hitters where they start to press, they're not getting results, they start to go out of the strike zone, and then all of a sudden, boom, the average drops. So they're really trying to get him to be a little bit more selective and just get better pitches to hit.
He was 0 for 3 last night. It comes in hitting 198 tonight.
Ooh, that was strike 3.
So that is a walk.
Well, Warriors playoff coverage of the NBA Finals starts on NBC Sports Bay Area. Game 1 is Thursday, so get ready with the team you've watched all season long. Papa Saint, Kalina, Roz, and insider Monty Poole. And you'll see it before and after every game, starting with Game 1 Thursday at 4:30 p.m. And the Warriors are here. Up at one of the luxury suites tonight. They're all there, and we want to say congratulations and best of luck to them.
I think McGee was just trying to take a shot of the monitor. Maybe we should show that one more time to make sure he gets the shot of it. 0-1 the count.
Well, they are the toast of the Bay Area right now. They have earned that right. They have had a sensational year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If that's what a Warrior wants, let's get it for him. And Santana now behind 0-2. There, go ahead. You get your shot now.
All right. JaVale, you got it? We good? I think we're good.
He shot 65%, so I'm pretty confident when he takes the shot,
yeah,
it's going to be a good one.
He's got a chance of making it. Make it a good one.
1-2 to Danny Santana, former Minnesota Twin. Santana, a guy who can play almost any position, switch hitter, but so far only 2 hits in 22 at bats for Atlanta. 2-2.
First time tonight that Block has gotten in the stretch. One thing about Block, you know, we always talk about all the little things he does well. He holds runners on well. He fields his position well. He's one of those guys that really has a very compact motion. And there isn't a lot of transition concern for a pitching coach when he goes from his windup into his stretch. His release point is almost identical. Very good pickoff move. Not an easy guy to steal on.
And that is all for Santana. And that's 4 strikeouts for Ty Blach already.
Well, he set that fastball up with a number of changeups in the at-bat, and he kind of pitched it backwards. A lot of soft stuff early in here. He just buzzes him right out over the plate. Strikeout number 4. All swing and miss strike 3s. Grab some pine meat. Just not a lot of wasted effort. And gets good extension out over the front foot. A little upright in his follow through, but again in a great defensive position after he throws the ball.
Foltynewicz showing bunt. And it's up off the dirt and off the catcher, Nick Huntley. Strike 1. Foltynewicz is 0 for 12 as a hitter. He does have 2 sacrifice bunts on which he was successful. Giants lead 2-0 here in the third. His career numbers: 7 hits, 76 at bats. So a little below 100 lifetime batting average for Foltynewicz. There's a throw down to first with Panic breaking in behind the runner. He got back in time.
That is a set play. That is a pickoff play. And you crash that first baseman early, and you let that base runner have a little false sense of security, seeing that first baseman get off the bag early. He extends his lead in from behind. You watch Joe Panic, the second baseman. I mean, they almost catch him sleeping.
There's the bunt. Back to block. And he'll get the Shore out at first. So Foltynewicz gets it done. Swanson moves up to second. And the top of the order will come up. Pitcher to the second baseman, Joe Panic, covering for the putout. With the runner at second, Hundley out to the mound to have a quick word with Block, and now Inciarte will bat. The leadoff man for Atlanta. Inciarte also came in that trade from Arizona, in which Dansby Swanson was acquired for Shelby Miller. And that's a ball down and away. Arizona got a lot of flack from the baseball pundits for making that deal, giving away their outstanding #1 draft choice, Swanson. But it made you wonder, Mike, maybe after they'd watched him play in their system, maybe they didn't think that highly of him any longer.
Well, it does make you wonder a bit, but I mean, Swanson's a good player. I mean, he's going to develop. I mean, he's being asked basically to learn to be a professional at the big league level, and that's not an easy thing to do. But I think when all's said and done, I think he's going to have a nice career. And I feel the same way about Shelby Miller. I mean, he had a few things to iron out, but he's still a good prospect.
Just a little bit low. That changeup. 3-0 the count to Inciarte. The right-handed hitting Phillips is on deck. Braves are being a lot more patient with Block this go around here in the third inning.
But it does raise your eyebrow when the very first pick of the country gets involved in a trade early in his career.
That's a called strike. 3-1.
You don't see it very often.
Well, Miller, great arm. He had been with the Cardinals. He's got the kind of arm, the kind of stuff that every team wants. And a pop-up foul that would go out of play, and it's 3-2. And remember, they had signed. They blew everybody else out of the water, giving the highest annual average value for a contract to Zach Greinke, and they thought, well, we need another pitcher, and they thought Shelby Miller is the guy who. He's still young, got a lot of great years in front of him. And that is fouled off the left field line. But then Miller had a bad year, and he was all out of sorts. And then the D-backs had a bad year. They lost over 90 games.
Got a man making a play down there. Well, I thought that was a pretty good deal at the time. I thought that Shelby Miller was going to give the Diamondbacks more than what they got out of him. He had some problems that nobody could foresee. But he ironed him out, doing better. It's how they disabled us now.
And it's a walk to Inciarte. So 2 walks in the inning. That is very rare for Ty Blach.
Well, he's not missing by a whole bunch. And you think back to the 3-2 pitch that he walked Swanson on to start this inning. That very easily could have been called a strike. But again, Dave Righetti, the pitching coach for the Giants, the look of concern.
He's only averaged, Ty Blach I'm talking about 2 walks per 9 innings, much less to walk 2 in the same inning. So here is the dangerous right-handed batting Brandon Phillips, who struck out his first time.
That's a good low ball hitter.
And that's a called strike. And it's 0-1. Anyway, Shelby Miller got off to an excellent start for the D-backs this year. And he looked more like the guy that they thought they had traded for, and then he got hurt. Still a young guy, though. 2 on for Atlanta, 2 out. Jams him. The foul. Strike 2.
That's where you have to pitch him. He likes the middle half, and he's a good low ball hitter, as we mentioned. You can get him with cut fastball, which is what Ty Block's trying to throw. I mean, that's perfect. You see those elbows bend. Ball gets up the bat. You do that, you made a good pitch, especially with a guy who's got power.
2 strikes to count to Brandon Phillips with Nick Markakis on deck. 2 down. Swanson at second. Inciarte at first. That was down. But Denard Span is right there. Plenty of room. And the inning is over. The Warriors headed to the NBA Finals in a few days. And when we come back, we're going to welcome JaVale McGee into the booth here at AT&T Park. The lead, last of the third. Ty Block leads off for the Giants and takes a called strike from Mike Fultonevich. And we are very excited to welcome JaVale McGee, the center of the Warriors, and having a night off here at the ballpark.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're a baseball fan?
I am a baseball fan. I'm just out here trying to enjoy the sights. First time being here.
First time?
Yeah.
Cool. So
what do you think about our yard?
Oh, it's nice. I've never seen dirt look so good before.
It looks good.
0-2 to Ty Block. And a foul, so he stays alive. So did you play baseball as a kid?
I mean, no. Let me not even lie. No, I didn't play any baseball at all.
But you would be a good first baseman.
I feel like I play softball in the summers, and I'm pretty good at it. So same thing. Yeah.
So you play softball now?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. You need a couple extra guys on your team?
Hey, I might actually need some.
But you're doing good things with your softball program, and you're raising money and having fun.
Yes, definitely. I have a celebrity softball game over at the arena next to the Oracle Arena, and juglifewater.com is where you can find the tickets. And it's benefiting the Jug Life charity, which is building water wells in Uganda. So it's definitely a good cause.
Strike 3 called. That's all for Ty Block, who gave Fultonevich a battle there. So that'll be Saturday, June 24th. So it's at the is it at the ballpark, the outdoor ballpark, right next door to the arena?
Yep.
Okay, where the A's play.
Exactly.
So you've got the Jug Life Foundation, and what are you going to do? You're doing some stuff over in Africa?
Building water wells in Uganda. Yeah, we've already built 2, and we just plan on keep building.
Denard Span, the hitter, the Giants leadoff man, grounded out his first time. JaVale McGee is here with us. When's the last time you guys played a game? It's been a while.
I think like 4 or 5 days ago. It has been a while.
So all this rest, a good thing?
Yeah, definitely. Get our legs right, you know, get our energy up, and hopefully we're just ready on that first day.
1 ball, 1 strike to Span. Now, who is the when it's usually Draymond Green, right? Who he lobs the ball and you go up and you stuff it and whatnot.
Most of the time it's Draymond, yeah.
And how do you set that up?
It's not really a setup. It's if I'm open and Draymond sees me, he's gonna throw it. So luckily it works out for me.
So you guys don't have like a look, like you give a little sidelong?
Maybe we make eye contact a couple times, but that's about it. That's
so you're not saying that you do or you don't. You maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
You know, we don't want to give it away.
And that's a strike, 2 and 2.
So who are some of the celebrities that are going to be coming to your softball game?
I mean, of course, we have the celebrities that are on my basketball team. They're going to be coming. And
that's a good bunch. Anybody in particular that could hit?
Actually, Clay's pretty good. I actually had a conversation with him, and he said he played in high school and he was pretty good, but it was boring to him, so he decided to play basketball.
His brother is, a big leaguer.
Yeah.
Trace. This is Santana, and that is out number 2. Well, we have some highlights. There's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's it like playing at the Oracle? I mean, it just looks like it's electric every night.
I mean, it's amazing. Definitely best fans I've been around, and I've been around 5, 6 teams. So they're so energetic, and everything that we do is amazing.
So when you go up and jam and you light that place up, what's that feel like?
It's amazing. The way that they yell and clap and just cheer us on, that's what really pushes us.
Nunez, and that's ball 1.
Well, you've lit the Bay Area up. I mean, everybody is so pumped up about what you've accomplished, and as you enter the next step, the finals. It's exciting.
Man, trying. We're just trying to be great as a team and try to get these finals out the way and bring one home to the Bay Area. So
we saw those highlights. Those are pretty high percentage shots. I was thinking, well, you shot 65%, and I think we can see what. And it wasn't just Draymond Green lobbing those balls in there to you.
It was a couple people. That's what I'm saying with the whole team. They're so unselfish, and if they see me open, they're going to throw it up there. So I just have to be ready and prepared to go get it.
So it's a walk for Nunez, and Nunez is very fast. And there's a chance he's going to try and steal second here with 2 down.
Okay, that's the scout report on Nunez.
Yeah.
That's a scout report. And this guy, Tyler Flowers, the catcher for the Braves, does not have a very strong arm.
So if he can get a jump against Fultonevich, what do you think, Mike? Can he get a jump against Fultonevich?
I think he is, and I think if he goes, he's going to go within the first 2 pitches. Fultonevich can be quick out of the stretch, but normally he can be slow, so it could be an opportunity.
See, if Klay Thompson had done a little more base stealing when he played, he might have kept playing.
He might have kept playing.
Yeah, that's exciting, the base stealing part.
Can you come out of high school in baseball?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, he probably could have came out of high school.
Well, before he even had a chance to run, Joe Panic hits a fly ball to left. So the inning is over. JaVale McGee, I know the whole Bay Area and Northern California, everybody's rooting for you guys. So all the best. Thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having me.
Cardinals Memorial Day 105 start. You can be getting here early to get your Giants cooler bag presented by PG&E. And to see former Giants pitcher Barry Zito, longtime supporter of our military and their families, take part in a pregame ceremony as we honor all those who have served and are currently serving our country. Zito will perform 2 songs during the pregame salute to our great military. Tickets always available at sfgiants.com. And happy Memorial Day.
Get it, get it. Don't let it go. Come on. Jump on it.
They'll figure it out.
Here is Nick Markakis and ball 1 from tie block. Again, thanks to JaVale McGee and his Jug Life Foundation. And if you want to get involved and maybe go see that celebrity charity softball game at the Coliseum on Saturday, June 24th, go to juglifewater.com. And that'll explain the whole thing. And some of the guys from the Warriors who are going to play in that celebrity softball game include Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, Zaza Pachulia, Matt Barnes. He must know somebody over there.
Yeah, well, and I think they're going to have fun with it. I mean, when you're a good team and you have that type of chemistry, you look for outings to have together, and that's certainly going to be a fun one.
3-1 now to Markakis. Up the middle, that's a base hit. And that is the first hit for Atlanta.
Second inning in a row that the Braves have been able to get the leadoff hitter on against Ty Blach. So all the speed on the base paths is at the top of the Braves lineup with Inciarte and Phillips. After that, there aren't many guys who are going to steal bases against you. And as quick as Ty Blach is out of the stretch, it really doesn't provide that much of an opportunity for the Braves to steal here. But they will hit and run.
Matt Kemp, very powerful. This is a double play ball. Crawford to second, 1. Panic to first. 2. A double play. Kemp knew that was a double play ball the moment he hit it and kind of angrily tossed his bat away as he headed up the first baseline.
Well, I need better than that. It's a first pitch double play. All the time in the world, not a lot of pressure with speed going down the base pass. Job well done, Ty Blach.
2 down, nobody on. Matt Adams. And the curveball misses, ball 1.
You know, that's the thing you start with. You always talk about the second baseman and the shortstop making the double play, but it starts with the guy on the mound. There's a technique to try and get the ball to get hit on the ground. There are pitches that are more vulnerable to be hit on the ground. Sinkers, sliders, but they have to be knee high. They have downward bite, low in the zone.
Right toward the Atlanta dugout. In fact, right toward Matt Kemp.
I'm kind of picking on you. Boy, have the Braves people been so excited about the job Matt Kemp has done since putting on a Braves uniform. He is the leader of that team.
2-2. Kemp, remember, was on the disabled list for about 10 days early in the season. After getting off to a great start, he came into play tonight hitting .336, 27 RBIs in only 36 games. Crawford. And that's the inning. The Giants coming up with Belt, Crawford, and Aaron Hill leading 2-0. important than ever. And NBC Bay Area's investigative unit is doing just that, changing 25 laws and policies and investigating billions in tax dollars. Count on the one station invested in making a difference for you. NBC Bay Area. We investigate.
Well, he's got his Giants hat on, but it's also a little cool, so got to take care of keep my head warm first.
So here's Brandon Belt. And that's ball one from Fultonevich.
It's the first pitch changeup. First time we've seen Fultonevich do that.
Belt hit one a long way his first time and got nothing for it, out into very deep left center. That ball is hit well into right center. That is into the gap. Gone! A home run! And that is no cheapie to that part of the yard. 3-0 Giants.
Ownage is ownage. And this is a 1-0 changeup. He backed him up through a second changeup in a row. And Brandon Belt not impressed. Saw it. And I mean, I don't think he got both cheeks into this. And that's what's scary when you consider where he hit the ball for right center. That's not a cheap part of this ballpark. That's a big league at bat, folks.
Well, he went right to the wall out in very deep left center where the ball was caught by a leaping Inciarte. And now he goes over the wall out into right center between. That ball is about midway between the 399 in straightaway center and the 421 in right center. Feels good. That's his 10th home run this year. Crawford just barely got a piece of that one. Another off-speed pitch. .422 feet is the estimate from the StatCast and the MLB at bat app. 106 miles an hour off his bat. That's some hard hitting on a changeup.
You're right, and like I said, I don't think he got all of his legs into it. I mean, looked like he was kind of on his front foot with that. It gives you an idea what type of hand strength he has.
And it powered the fastball after all that off-speed stuff right by Brandon Crawford, who singled his first time. One away.
Let's take a look at the fastball at 97 miles per hour. Not a lot of great location, just basically a lot of anger behind the pitch saying, here, hit it. Not often you see Crawford blown away by a fastball, especially in a 2-strike count.
Along the right field line and foul.
But when you give up home runs, it could definitely add to your fastball. Get a little ticked off, throw a little bit harder, at least try to.
And back out of play. That ball was up, and Hill took off after it. He hit into a force play his first time. And he's behind in the count here, 0-2. Off the outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Giants with a 3-0 lead. They've hit a couple of home runs tonight, which is the way Bruce Bochy likes it. And that's off the outside.
Those are good pitches. I mean, he's just throwing that hard slider just off the plate. Bruce Bochy talking it over with Bam Mulitz, saying, hey, I like these home runs. What do you think? Can we keep this up?
Strike 3 called. 2 down. Now let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, an update on several Giants who are on the DL. We're going to make it our Kuvara injury report. It's brought to you by 1-800-4-INJURY. We're going to start with Hunter Pence. Very good news. He's feeling well, gentlemen, running well, and took BP today. He's going to start a rehab Wednesday or Thursday. Jarrett Parker, also good news, doing all baseball activities, took BP today. He's about a week away from a rehab stint. Not so good news for Connor Gillespie, guys. Had a setback, tight. He's got some tightness in his back from from swinging. He's here. He had an MRI today. We don't have the results yet, so we'll be getting that to you as soon as we can. If you've been injured in an accident, call 1-800-4INJURY or go to 1-800-4INJURY.com. John.
All right, Amy G, thank you. And a base hit for Nick Hundley into right center after his 2-run homer to left center in the second inning. So he's 2 for 2.
Another solid approach. Got a good pitch to hit. Inside out it. Going the opposite way as the San Francisco Spirit comes sneaking into the Cove.
It did. It snuck in.
Didn't even hear it.
Here is Mac Williamson. Struck out his first time. 1-1.
Now remember too, he had 2 fastballs thrown by him for strike 2 and strike 3 and that strikeout. So when a guy does that with the fastball on you, you're thinking about the fastball. And guess what they're throwing him? A bunch of sliders.
So they're thinking that he's thinking fastball.
That's exactly right.
All right. That's why these guys, if you're a hitter, they try to get in your head.
It's a chess match.
1-1. Got a piece of that one. Another
3 pitches, 3 sliders.
1-2.
Well, and guess what they've got set up? I mean, that's 3 breaking balls that sets up a fastball.
So if you're Williamson, are you thinking that he's thrown me 3 straight sliders, I'm going to be ready for that fastball?
Yeah, I think with 2 strikes, he's going to try and shorten up a bit, but you're going to see a fastball here.
And off the outside with the fastball. Colorado trailing 3-0 to the Cardinals, top of the 7th in Denver. The red hot Colorado Rockies trailing in that one, though. Back to the slider.
That's a good take right there, and that's not an easy one. That's a good pitch. He had 2-2. A pitch to go out of the strike zone and hope that he chases. You see that circle on the slider. That's the spin on the ball that tips the pitch. That's what's so hard to see when you have shine on the batter's eye early in the game.
There goes Hundley. And he muscles this one. Base hit. Hundley will keep on going to third. Well, that's pretty good at bat for him, Mac Williamson.
That's a great at bat. And it gives you an idea how strong he is, too. I mean, this ball just gets right up the barrel. And if you don't have some strength, you don't get this ball out of the infield. It goes right off the label. So a 2-out base hit. It sets up a first and third, and as it extends the inning, it also allows Ty Blach, the Giants pitcher, to hit this inning. So everything is good about that swing. What we know about Ty Blach as a hitter is he's a pretty good fastball hitter. He's not a great breaking ball hitter.
Struck out looking his first time, although he gave Foltynewicz a battle. Fouled off a couple of 2-strike pitches. And it's 0-1. One run in on the Belt home run here in the 4th. 3-0 Giants. And it's 0-2.
Hard slider. Can't throw a better slider than that. And I'm sure the Braves know that in previous at-bats this season, Blach's had trouble with a breaking ball. In this situation, he's going to see breaking balls.
First and third, 2 down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hundley at third, Williamson at first. And he pulled that fastball off the outside. 2-2.
Run that pitch count up. If you get 5 pitches out of a pitcher as a pitcher hitting, you've had a good at bat.
Denoid Span hoping to bat here in the inning. He's on deck. This will be the 67th pitch of the game for Foltynewicz. And that's a base hit to center field. I'm sure the Giants feel like they owed the Braves one after Jaime Garcia got the big hit of the game last night against Matt Cain.
You see the smile on Bruce Bochy's face. It hadn't been many in the last 4 days. And boy, did they give him a gift here. That is a two-seam fastball right at the belt. The easiest place to defend as a hitter is between the belt and the letters on your chest. And Ty Blach, who can hit a fastball, takes full advantage of it. That's a mistake. And the skipper says, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Nick Hundley, who's been leading the parade tonight, a homer and a single, and he just scored on that Ty Blach base hit.
Blach just shook off the jacket and says, no, I'm good. I'm from Colorado. I don't need a jacket.
So when does he need the jacket? If it's about to snow or what?
Yeah, I would say if there's snow in the outfield, he's going to probably ask for a jacket. I don't know. You know, left-handers, we go back to Kirk Reeder. I don't think he even owns a jacket. We've never seen Kirk Reeder. And I mean, I don't care how cold it is. He doesn't wear a jacket. And Ty Blach, he's kind of the same guy. A lot of similarities in the way they pitch. Don't like jackets. Have good jump shots. Yeah, that's about as far as I can go.
I wonder if Block's favorite college basketball team is North Carolina.
We'll have to ask him that.
Denard Span rips one down the right field line, foul. 2 runs in for the Giants. They had 2 runs in the second on the Nick Hundley home run. Then Bell led off here in the 4th with a homer. And then with 2 down and nobody on, the Giants started another rally when Hundley singled, and then Williamson singled, and then Ty Blach singled home Hundley. So 3 straight 2-out hits for another run. And Denard Span trying to keep this thing moving. And he took that one a little bit too high. Span has grounded out to second and to third. The only pitcher he'd ever been able to get a hit off before was Clayton Kershaw.
That's just amazing. 3 hits against Kershaw, and he finally gets 1 against somebody else. That's a good stat.
Down the left field line, base hit. Off the sidewall. Williamson scores, and being stopped at third is Blach. Then Blach was moving fast. A double for Denard Span, 5-0 Giants.
Great at bat. Leaving the ball up right now. The Giants are making him pay. This ball right at the belt. 2-seam fastball moving away from Span. And one thing that he does so well is he goes the opposite way. Against righties and lefties, you pitch him in that outside corner, he'll go right to left field with it. And you're doing him a favor when you miss up around the belt.
In the Braves bullpen, Sam Freeman, the left-hander, starts to throw. Eduardo Nunez, who has fouled out to third and walked. Runners at second and third. And the hot-hitting Nunez up. Called a strike. And Nunez is like, what?
You know, I don't blame him. That's a gift. Throw that pitch in the exact same location. Probably won't get it. 71 pitches. This has been a long inning for Fultonevich.
And this will be the 28th pitch of this inning alone. Hit well, but it will stay in the yard. And Ciarte's got it. 8 men come to bat for the Giants here in the 4th. Starting with Brandon Belt, who launched a long home run. And the Giants get 3 runs total in the inning. 5-0 Giants. On we go to the 5th.
control play last night. Brandon Crawford handled a tough ground ball off the bat of Tyler Flowers for the last out of the 8th inning. Something we've grown to expect from the 2-time Gold Glover. That's our Audi control play. Visit a Bay Area Audi dealer today and get behind the wheel of an Audi model you've always wanted. We see it every night. The brilliance of Brandon Crawford defensively.
Gold Glover.
Fun to watch. Really one of the more stylish shortstops I've ever seen.
I saw Brandon's dad in the hotel in Chicago 2-3 days ago, and he took out his phone and he said he had a photo that he really wanted to show me. I think he really wanted to show it to you, but you weren't there, so I filled in for you.
Thank you.
And it was really a cool picture as Tyler Flowers leads off and takes a called strike. It was little Brandon Crawford, who must have been 6 or 7 years old, and with you when you were still pitching, and it was kind of a cool picture because I guess you were one of his favorite guys.
Well, I was the closest one to him that day, I think. But you know what? That thrills me to think that I even had a chance to be one of his favorite guys.
You got to get him to send you that picture because it's really a cool one.
Well, the Crawford family, they're a great family, and they've really loved Bay Area sports for forever. And Brandon Crawford, raised in this area, I mean, he loves the Niners, he loves the Warriors. And, I mean, he just does. He loved the Giants, of course.
That's a base hit for Tyler Flowers. That's the second Atlanta hit. Ask BBB trivia question of the game, brought to you by your Better Business Bureau. What Braves player hit into a double play for the final 2 outs of Game 5 of the 2002 National League Division Series versus the Giants? That was the clinching game at Turner Field in Atlanta. Who was it? Looking for a trustworthy company or worried you may be striking out with one? BBB sheds light on business so you know who to trust. Visit askbbb.org for help today. We're going to answer that question next half inning. Unless you happen to remember right now.
I do. It was an unusual double play. Good block.
So Hundley keeps the double play in order, blocking that one, keeping Flowers at first. He goes out to speak to Ty Block.
Well, and I think this is all about, hey, check the scoreboard right now. You got a 5-run lead. You don't need to be nibbling. Let's get after these guys and get that ground ball. That's the only way you're going to get your double play. Let's go. Catchers, insightful. They know when to pat you on the back, kick you in the butt. I always thought that it's just sort of a natural thing when a catcher retires, and he could go into being a motivational speaker because he does it his whole life as a player.
That was hit hard, but Denard Span. One away. Flowers back to first. So now Danny Santana will come up. The Dodgers beat the Cubs for the second day in a row down south, 5-0 today. Brandon McCarthy got the win over John Lackey. And Chris Taylor, the young second baseman, hit a home run. A little bit low.
Just a wee bit lower, that changeup. Bonifacio coming out to the on-deck circle, so Foltynewicz, his night's probably done.
It's Freeman, the left-hander, up in the bullpen. Giants have 3 straight left-handed hitters due up in the 5th. If you're Brian Snitker, the Atlanta manager, that's too good to pass up. Your starter's been shaky anyways, giving up 5 runs in 4 innings. Got that left-hander ready, bring him in for the 3 lefties. 2-1 the count to Santana, who struck out his first time. 5-0 Giants. Mac Williamson, 2 down. And now Bonifacio will pinch hit for Fultonevich. Emilio Bonifacio.
Lots of speed. Likes to swing it.
That's in for a called strike. Bonifacio, he's been around a long time. He got to the big leagues with Arizona in 2007, 10 years ago. And he's been with Washington, the Marlins, Toronto, Kansas City, the White Sox, and with the Braves now. Bonifacio, who is from the Dominican Republic, only 5 feet 10 inches tall. He looks even smaller than that. There's another ball out to Williamson. And the inning is over after the leadoff single by Flowers. 3 straight fly ball outs. Panic, Belt, Crawford coming up for the Giants. Answer: what Braves player hit into a double play for the final 2 outs of Game 5 of the 2002 National League Division Series against the Giants? Chipper Jones. And you mentioned that it was a little bit of an offbeat double play because it went to J.T. Snow, who tagged first, and then he threw to second.
Steps on the bag. Double play. And everybody kind of waited to see what is it over, and indeed it was. What a great night in Atlanta that was.
The Giants would eventually win the pennant that year and go on to the World Series. I always remember Barry Bonds. They got the double play, and Barry didn't actually realize from left field that JT caught the ball with his foot on first base. So he'd already gotten the 1 out before he went after the runner. Joe Panic against Sam Freeman, the new pitcher for Atlanta. And it's ball 1. Panic is grounded to short and flied out to left. But Barry said, it was kind of, he didn't know what was happening, what he should do, or should I be excited? What is are they starting to celebrate? What's going on? And it was kind of an odd scenario because he said it was almost like an out-of-body experience. 2-0 the count to Joe Panic. The Giants went on and they beat the St. Louis Cardinals in the League Championship Series after that. Freeman's
got good stuff, and he's really had a a nice start to this season. Got a fastball that averages in the mid-90s, hard slider and a changeup. He'll throw all 3 pitches. Got real lazy arm delivery, long arm pitcher. Here you see the numbers: 12 strikeouts in 11 innings pitched, 15 base runners allowed. Lefty's doing nothing against him, hitting a .067. And he's going to face 3 this inning.
But he starts with a walk to Joe Paddock.
Well, time for our BMW drive. It would be Brandon Belt, who earlier tonight in the 4th inning, leading off, hit his 10th home run of the year. It is our BMW drive, brought to you by your Bay Area BMW centers. Hurry in today for exceptional offers, or visit BayAreaBMW.com. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Belt has hit the ball really very hard twice tonight. The first one left his bat at 104 miles an hour. Traveled 400 feet from home plate and stayed in the ballpark and got caught by a leaping Inciarte in deep left center. The next one, 106 miles an hour off the bat and over the wall in right center into the bleachers. And that's a called strike to him.
That's the thing about a long arm pitcher. You have kind of lazy arm action, and with Freeman throwing mid-90s, you saw that last fastball at 96. That fastball gets on you quicker because it's the pitch is faster than the arm action, and it's a deception that's very, very tough to react to as a hitter.
That's a double play ball. Swanson to second, Phillips to first, and they get the double play.
Well, you're talking about the first at bat in the 2nd inning for Brandon Belt. When he got robbed, and it was Inciarte that goes up high on the wall to take him away from him. And that was going to be at least a double. And it wound up being a big league hang with him.
So Belt, who had only had one other at bat against Freeman in a big league game and hit a home run against him. Inciarte won the Gold Glove out there in center field last year. They do the Gold Glove now by position in the outfield, right? It used to be just outfielders are all lumped together. You could have 3 center fielders all win a Gold Glove in 1 year. Now you have to be a center fielder to win it for the center fielders and the left fielder and the right fielder and whatnot.
I don't know if I like that. I mean, I understand it makes sense, but I don't know if I like that.
0-2 to Brandon Crawford, who has singled and struck out. In other words, so is the guy, the left fielder, is he better than maybe 7 or 8 other center fielders who didn't get a Gold Glove?
Well, your center fielder is usually your best outfielder. I mean, okay, there may be 5 or 6 gifted center fielders that are clearly great defensive players, but only one of those players could be awarded a Gold Glove.
It used to be you could take the top 3 of them and give them all Gold Gloves.
Exactly.
Willie Mays won a Gold Glove year after year after year after year. Over the left center, Inciarte, and the inning is over. We move to the 6th inning, top of the order. Inciarte will be coming up against Block. 5-0 Giants. Top of the order coming up for Atlanta as we look out at the calm, serene attitude out there in McCovey Cove, and then inside where the big crowd has gathered, and the Giants have been making a lot of noise early on in this game. The curveball from Ty Blach for ball one to Inciarte, who has grounded out to first and walked in this game. Braves have 2 hits, and Blach has walked 2. As we start the 6th inning, Inciarte spread the hands apart as if to bunt, and that brought Aaron Hill rushing in from third base.
A guy does that tells you he's going to take a strike.
Nope.
And that's one of the strengths you have to have if you're going to be a leadoff hitter. I mean, you have to be able to take pitches. You can't be afraid of the 2-strike count.
3-1.
And here, if you're Ty Blach, you're just saying, here, hit it. I got a 5-0 lead, a big yard. Not going to walk you. Put the pressure on the hitter. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that hitters are going to fail 7 out of 10 times. I mean, that's your elite hitters that hit 300. So here you just challenge. And that upsets a pitcher. Right now it's time for Toyota by the numbers. Toyota time is on. It just announced by Memorial Day. You get $2,500 total cash back on Corolla. Test drive yours at your local Toyota dealer today, or visit buyattoyota.com. The Giants home run breakdown this season: 34 solo shots, 7 2-runners, 1 grand slam, and they're the only team in the major leagues without a 3-run homer. They need to work on that. That's our Toyota by the numbers.
Got another 2-run homer tonight.
That's the 4th time in a row, 4th inning in a row that the Braves have got the leadoff hitter on against Blach. Normally, that is not the recipe for success if you're a pitcher.
Well, they got a leadoff walk to Swanson in the 3rd, and then he struck out Santana, the next guy up. Markakis led off the 4th with a single, and he got Kemp, the next hitter, to hit into a double play. Flowers led off the 5th with a single, and then he retired each of the next 3 hitters on fly balls. There's a double play ball. Crawford to Panic to Belt. 2 down, nobody on, just like that.
Again, and you watch this happen time and time again from Blach, and there's a technique as to how he does it. I mean, he gets a lot of ground balls with his changeup off a 2-seam grip. It's got a little tail, a little sink, and you get a hitter out front off the end of the bat, and you get the double play. And everybody looks like a Gold Glover on this one. Well, of course, you do have 2 Gold Glovers out there, Crawford and Panic. Job well done.
You know, when you bring that up, that is not only very true, but Brandon Belt's got the kind of ability that he might win the Gold Glove before he's finished.
Oh, no question. Belt, an outstanding defensive first baseman.
2 down, nobody on. Markakis, the hitter. He has struck out and singled.
I mean, if you're a player, a defensive player, or an everyday player, I mean, that is the goal. That's something you want to hang on your mantle. Just it's acknowledgement that you could play defense. You could put a Gold Glove on your mantle or in your trophy case. Joe Panic got his first one last year.
Luke Jackson, a right-hander, warming up in the Atlanta bullpen. And that is all. That's 5 strikeouts now for Ty Blach. 5-0 Giants. Aaron Hill, then Hundley coming up.
Giants history lesson. We're going to make it our Chrysler Pacifica play of the game on this date in Giants history. 2011, Brandon Crawford made his debut. He also recorded his first hit. No cheapie here, fellas. It was a grand slam, and he became the 6th player in Major League history to hit a grand slam in his first Major League game. And the second Giant, Bobby Bonds, did it in 1968. This play of the game brought to you by all the new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. It takes comfort, storage, and technology to the next level, making Pacifica the new benchmark of minivans. Gentlemen.
Thanks to Amy Gutierrez, Amy G, with that little bit of a cool memory. And what was cool for me is just to say that I was there to see it. And the Giants were down. They were behind 3-0, and he turned that whole game around, and it turned that into a win with that grand slam at Miller Park. Inciarte, and he was having some difficulties going on trying to track that one down, but he got it. Hill is retired. Luke Jackson now pitching for Atlanta.
Take a look at the numbers for Jackson. 5 hits allowed, 4 2/3 innings. A fastball pitcher. You see mid to high 90s with a fastball from a high delivery, high 3/4 delivery. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. The 4 pitches you normally see from a starter, which is what he was early in his career. He's found a nice home with the Braves pin. Good stuff.
Nick Hundley has hit a 2-run homer to left center, and he has singled. 2 for 2. And the slider in the dirt for ball 1. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Giants. No runs, 2 hits for Atlanta. Colorado still trailing. St. Louis 3, Colorado nothing. Last of the 8th in Denver on the out-of-town scoreboard. 96 miles an hour off the inside, 2-0.
You see a lot of velocity coming out of the Braves bullpen.
Popped up. Brandon Phillips. And that is out number 2. Need help with a consumer problem? Contact NBC Bay Area Responds. In just 1 year, consumer investigator Chris Kimura has recovered more than $750,000 for people just like you. Call 1-888-996-TIPS or visit NBCBayArea.com/responds. Here's Mac Williamson, who has struck out, and then he muscled a base hit to accelerate a rally in the 4th inning.
Yeah, that was a great at bat. Got down the count early, worked it full, and then he got a little jam shot out to the middle.
Got the low strike.
Dusty Baker, who was a great hitting coach before he was a great manager, and he used to always say, you know, you're swinging the bat well when you're getting jammed, and you're getting jam base hits like we saw Williamson have in his first at bat, second at bat.
That's all for Williamson as Dansby Swanson throws him out. Oh, we're anxious to see Dusty when he gets here with the Nats on Monday. Your Northern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. As we see the classic view from Fort Cronkite and the Marin Headlands through the 80-year-old today Golden Gate Bridge, and the city by the bay sparkling like a jewel. Here is Ty Block with Matt Kemp, the cleanup hitter, to lead off. Let's see, the Giants came here in 1958. So what's that? 59 years ago, they started playing in San Francisco. Golden Gate Bridge was only 21 years old then. That's caught by Span. And that ball really took off on him. And it was all he could do to catch it. He made a great catch ultimately.
That's exactly what happened. I mean, this ball sails the first couple steps. Span reads that he has to come in, and all of a sudden he's got to go redirect. And when you do that, you don't have a lot of margin to get to the ball. And you can see he used every bit of that big glove right in the tip of the web. Nice play. That block loved it. Yeah, the man.
Here's Matt Adams, and he takes a strike. And the Giants got here at 58. Golden Gate Bridge only 21 years old, and the Giants baseball continued on the opposite coast. And the great history of the Giants just continuing on out here in the West Coast. And I know you like to read about that history, and you've got a new book that you're very interested in. That was it very softly. Crawford, can he get him? Yes.
Great play.
2 down.
Well, you're right, John, and it's a friend of mine, Chris Mavridis, and it's an inspirational book in that Chris Mavridis has ALS, full-blown ALS, and he has written a book called Falling in Love with Baseball, and it has everything to do with his reflections of Giants baseball here in the Bay Area, his own baseball experiences. He was a catcher, edited by Bob Sokolow, but today we congratulated Chris as this book finally was released, and it really is a great book of memories, and if you get a chance to get this, you'll enjoy it. If you're a Bay Area fan, if you're a baseball fan. And so, Chris, congratulations, and the book is beautiful.
With a forward, one forward written by Bruce Bochy and Marty Lurie, baseball historian himself. A lot of great photos and illustrations in the book. Cool. And it's kind of a personal history.
Well, you'll enjoy this because you and Chris are about the same age, and as I am, and you know, it's the stories in Giants baseball history that have stayed with him his whole life.
Tyler Flowers, who has grounded out to short and singled, batting with 2 down and nobody on here in the 7th. Tell me the title of that book one more time.
Falling in Love with Baseball, a collection of emails and memories.
The bloop. Panic, no. Right now, Flowers is in one of those streaks. Whether he hits it hard or whether he just hits it off the fists, he's getting the base hit.
Well, you're right. And, you know, that Flowers now hitting 361. I mean, it really has been a pretty hard 361. And tonight a couple of bloops, but you know, he's dialed in. I mean, he's using the whole field, seeing it big.
So here's Dansby Swanson, the rookie who has walked and flied out to right center. And it's out of play. Swanson is hitting only 196. Giants ahead 5-0. We're in the 7th, 2 down. The bloop hit there by Flowers, only the 3rd hit of the game for Atlanta against Ty Block. Ball and a strike. That was pitch number 87 thrown by Block. Jason Mott down to the Atlanta bullpen now. There's Hill over to second. Panic gets the put out. Flowers retired on the force out by Swanson. And that's 7 shutout innings in the books for Ty Block. McDonald's of the greater Bay Area. I'm loving it. I'm McLovin, I guess.
You are McLovin it. There you go.
There's Lombard Street. You know, I found another street that's very similar to Lombard Street, but it's just not famous.
Really?
With all the tourists.
Where?
It's not far from the ballpark. I think it's Vermont Street. And it kind of terrified me when I ended up there just looking for a different way to get to the freeway.
At Potrero Hill?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
check it out.
And I think I got off the freeway at, what is it, Mariposa? But, you know, going west, I got to Vermont.
Yeah.
And you go up to the top of this hill, and all of a sudden there's this little street that looks just like Lombard Street.
Yeah.
But there's no tourists up there. It was kind of cool to find it, though.
I've left blooms a few nights up on Potrero Hill, and the roads kind of look that way to me. Maybe
you haven't told me these stories.
Well, you know, I kind of keep those to myself.
One strike, the tie block. Luke Jackson back for his second inning of work. And that's a strike on the outside. At a cool 96. Block struck out his first time, but then in the fourth inning, he knocked a single to drive in a run. A ball and 2 strikes.
Potrero Hill is a nice little secret Bay Area. And a lot of our crew, when the game's over, they go into Potrero Hill to socialize. Tim Flannery used to play a lot of live music there. Connecticut Yankee. A good hood. A lot of San Francisco has discovered the east side of the city. Cow Hollow is changing every day. Some great places down there.
Now it's a full count. So Jackson is showing a lot of respect here to Ty Block. He saw that base hit.
I said Cow Hollow, I meant the dog patch, sorry.
Dog patch just up 3rd Street from the ballpark. Look at that. Another base hit.
Well, and another fastball, and it has all of a sudden become Ty Block night. You know, when you start to learn to hit up here, I mean, you always find your confidence against the fastball, and then you start to see more breaking balls, and you become a better breaking ball hitter. And this is the fastball. This is also putting together confidence. Second hit he's had tonight, both on fastballs. Nice compact swing, and there's not. I mean, at some point, he will be able to do more with breaking balls as he sees more and more of them.
That equals his personal record for most hits in one game, which he set against Clayton Kershaw. Of course, this is a double play ball by Span, and they turned the double play from Phillips to Swanson to Adams. And Span is now 1 for 4, 2 down. Follow Giants Baseball live with the MLB.com at Bat mobile app. Stay connected to the game's best players all season long with game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat today, your #1 app for live baseball. We could not operate without it.
We could not. That is such a part of our lives.
Ball 1 to Eduardo Nunez. Nunez has fouled out to third, walked, and flied out to right center. So he has not had a hit today. He's had at least one in each of the last 12 games. And then curveball, got the high stripe. 1-1 the count. Two and 1. Joe Panik is on deck. The Giants got 2 runs in the second on a home run by Hundley. 3 in the fourth, starting with a home run by Belt. And then later in the inning, RBI singles by Block and Span. Span's was a double, actually. Hit that breaking ball off the fists, and Swanson shows a pretty strong arm there to get the speedy Nunez. And perhaps his hitting streak is at an end. On to the 8th inning, 5-0 Giants.
And Chris Shaw is that gentleman that the Giants will let you know about. And why? Because he's earned the right to be noticed. He's just got promoted to AAA in Sacramento from Richmond, the AA club. 39 games overall with the Richmond club. He went 298 with 6 home runs, 30 RBIs. Tonight he has gone 1 for 3 with a double. Big guy out of Boston College.
Well, Chris Shaw and Richmond, one of the real poor home run hitters ballparks in the Eastern League. Very difficult to hit home runs there. There is Mac Williamson, nicely done. And then he gets to know the sidewall there, which comes out very close to the field in that corner. 1 away.
Good play. And congratulations to Chris Shaw. As we watch this, we will remind you that Chris Shaw was our Xfinity Future Focus. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV with the most complete way to access your entertainment. Xfinity, the future of awesome. You may see Chris Shaw sometime this year. You never know.
As Ian Kroll, a left-hander, warms up in the Atlanta bullpen, Rio Ruiz is the pinch hitter. Ruiz is a young guy, only 22 years old, Southern California. And that's a ball down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 5-0 Giants. We're in the 8th inning. And going to the 9th inning in Denver, still 3-0. Cardinals leading the Rockies there. Well, that doesn't, Coors Field, that doesn't sound like a real safe lead. I guess you could say only 3-0 in the top of the 9th there. Going back in left field, Nunez still going back. No. And he hurt himself. Stopping at second is Ruiz. And we'll see if Nunez is going to be okay here.
He hit that thing awkwardly with his right shoulder. Oh, we've seen the outfield wall really take its toll on Giants outfielders here this year. Jarrett Parker did a hard span, and now Eduardo Nunez, as this ball had slice going away from Nunez. And he really got jarred. Reaching out just off the tip of the glove. Keep an eye on him. Not sure if it was his wrist, his shoulder, got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know.
Well, we'll hope for the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
A double for Ruiz. And here is Inciarte right up the middle. Panic keeps it on the infield and throws behind Ruiz at third, but throws it in the dirt. And Hill does a great job of knocking the ball down with his body. So Ruiz gets back to the bag safely. He had taken that turn around third base, and Panic tried to nail him. So it's an infield hit for Inciarte.
Just off the glove. Good play from Panic's perspective. He knew that Inciarte runs well, and he never even looked over to first base. He just sensed the only opportunity he was going to get was going to be at third. And he saves a run by keeping that ball from the outfield. And a nice play there from Aaron Hill. Kind of just get a chest in front of that one hop.
Well, you play third base, and you have to be able to do stuff like that.
Well, you're playing his game. Very quickly, Derek Law gets the red alert.
It was in the 8th inning Monday night at Wrigley Field that the Cubs finally broke through and scored their first runs against Ty Blach. Now the Braves are threatening to do so. Here is Brandon Phillips with runners at first and third and 1 out. Phillips has struck out, flied out to center, and grounded into a double play. Blach has induced 2 double play grounders in this game. Off the backstop on the right side, strike 1.
He's shaving that outside corner. I mean, and you've got to be very fine if you're going to go middle away from Brandon Phillips. He is a very good middle away hitter. Good low ball guy. I mean, that's where his power is. So that's a good first pitch strike. I mean, that sets up an off speed at the same location, or he can burn his hands or try to with a cut.
That goes through. just off the glove of Crawford. And making it to third is the speedy Inciarte. And Brandon Phillips knocks in Atlanta's first run of the game. It's 5-1 Giants. As Ruiz scores.
Brandon or Ty Blach getting the ground ball he's pitching for. This one here has eyes, finds a hole, and now that's 3 hits in the inning. And here come the Braves.
3 straight hits. Nick Markakis will come up. David Getty on the left. Manager Bruce Bochy on the right.
Probably going to be the last hitter that Blach faces.
So tough luck in a way for Blach on that one, because it was a ground ball. If it had been at somebody, this inning probably would be over now. 1-1 to Markakis, a foul tip. Markakis has sandwiched a single in between 2 strikeouts.
If you're Blach, you can't dwell too long on the negative. The ball found a hole, so be it. Now you got to concentrate on the next guy. Try and get another ground ball.
0-2. 5-1 Giants here in the 8th. Blach has had 5 strikeouts, including Markakis twice. And a foul that will go back out of play off the left field line.
Boy, did he shorten up. He had 2 fastballs thrown by him, and he just got as short, quick as he could.
Markakis has been around a long time. Former first-round draft choice of the Baltimore Orioles. 33 years old now.
That's a flat swing. You can see why he hits for average. Look at that swing.
There's 1. And 2. A double play. The Braves are saying, give us a moment to have a look from the video room. So the Giants will hold on for a second here.
A nice play from Aaron Hill. He had to short hop, and gauge it correctly, and panic. I don't think they got him. Braves are going to challenge.
And you see the foot is on the bag, so that is going to be overturned, and that'll mean a run, and the inning is still going with the cleanup hitter coming up. Markakis will get an RBI. This should not take very long. So it will be 5-2 after they change this call. But what a pickup there by Aaron Hill on a real tough hop. Here's the call, safe, which you've already seen in the replay. We did our own replay review. So Markakis gets the RBI, his 24th of the year. And Bruce Bochy is going to bring in a reliever. Derek Law will come in with Matt Kemp coming up. 5-2 the score. Ty Blach, another outstanding performance, carrying a shutout into the 8th inning for the 2nd start this week. Big ovation from the appreciative crowd. Dusty Baker's Washington Nationals, first place in the National League East. And then Tuesday and Wednesday night games at 7:15. And the Nats are really hitting the ball. And Bryce Harper is hitting like an MVP again. Daniel Murphy's having another big start. Ryan Zimmerman is healthy for the first time in 2 or 3 years. He's having a big year. Anthony Rendon is red hot. And Trey Turner, the young infielder that we saw last year, who was so impressive. That's a good ball club. Nationals in for 3 starting Monday.
Saw the numbers from Derek Law trying to end this 8th inning.
We got the high curveball in there for a strike to Matt Kemp.
I don't think Kemp agreed with that one.
If it comes in over my head at any point, I think it should be called a ball. Oh, and 2. Follow that. Yeah.
You establish a speed with that first pitch curveball. That's a gift called strike, but hey, you take advantage with it. Take advantage of it. You come right back with mid-90s fastball and you paint the outside corner. Now he needs the kill pitch, and this is where things toughen up with Kemp.
Way outside. 1 and 2.
They know that Kemp will chase. He'll chase above the letters. He'll chase the balls in the dirt. The one area you do not want to miss is down and in. Kemp has been wearing that location out.
He's having an excellent early season. And the fastball is off the outside. 2 and 2.
It's 2 pretty easy takes. I mean, you get an 0-2 advantage. You want to shave a little bit off that strike zone, let it fall away out of the strike zone. And those are pretty easy takes from Kemp's standpoint.
Down the right field line. Base hit into the first archway. Markakis will stop at third. A double for Kemp. Well, he had him in a hole, 0-2, and ultimately Kemp hits the double, and that brings the possible tying run to the plate.
Take a look at the fastball, just too much strike zone. And one thing about Kemp, and he's done this all year long, is he has been very solid to the outside of the field. Something has been a very strong part of his approach throughout his career. Not afraid to go to the right side, and he drives that ball through the gap down the line.
So Matt Adams, who has power, he's 0 for 3 tonight in the dirt. Tyler Flowers is on deck. 2 down in the inning, 2 runs in. The Giants lead 5-2.
Adams, lots of power middle in. And in a 1-0 count here, he's going to try and tie this ball game up. You know what he's thinking.
Changed up. It looked like he was trying to tie the game up to me.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what the Braves wanted to do. Derek Law's got 4 pitches. Fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup, and they're all swinging missed pitches.
Brandon Belt, and he'll take it himself, and the inning is over. The Braves project themselves back into it. Panic, Belt, Crawford coming up. Sports Talk just got a bit more interesting. Weekdays, Greg Papa, Ray Ratto, and Kelly Johnson bring you the Happy Hour. Also available to listen live and as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. 5-2. Ian Krol, K-R-O-L, in to pitch for Atlanta. The Giants had the 3 lefties due up against this left-hander.
See the numbers. I mean, he's got good stuff. He's got a mid-90s fastball, curveball, slider combination, but the walks is what's holding this guy back. Does not have great command, and but does not lack for stuff.
Joe Panic has grounded a short, flied out to left, and walked. Brandon Belt on deck. Brandon Crawford due up 3rd in the inning. 0-2. Panic had it going there for a while with the bat, but he has cooled off the last week or so. As Mark Melanson runs down to the bullpen along with bullpen coach Mark Gardner. The Giants closer will start to get ready. 5-2. The Giants are leading. Struck him out.
Good hard slider.
So Panic is 0 for 3. Here's Belt. He drove one to very deep left center, caught by a leaping Inciarte. He is homered to right center, 422 feet according to StatCast, and he is grounded into a double play. 10 home runs for Belt now, leading the club. And ball 1. There's still in the top of the 9th inning in Denver, with St. Louis holding a 3-0 lead over the Rockies. Cardinals have loaded the bases with 2 down in that game. Blew a 95-mile-an-hour heater right by him.
Well, Kral's got some giddy up. There's the score you're talking about. On you Cardinals.
Comes back into the second deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Belt. Belt has only had 2 at-bats in his career against Kroll. I guess he could have done better. He only has 1 home run against him in those 2 at-bats.
Well, that's ownage.
And the hard breaking ball, 80 miles an hour in the dirt. 2-2. Belt used to be pretty reliable against left-handed pitching. And Crawford, the man on deck, has had full seasons where he was better against lefties than righties. Now it's a full count. 3-2. Well, Crow certainly remembers that home run that Belt hit against him.
You bet he does. And he knows there's one spot that he can't go to, and that's the spot where Belt took him deep. Those are things you don't forget if you're a pitcher.
Belt hangs tough. He fought off a real tough pitch there. Still 3-2. Ian Kroll, 25 years old. He's from near Chicago in Illinois. 3-2. And it's high and tight. A walk for Brandon Belt. Brandon Crawford coming up. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, I got to spend some time with Will Clark earlier today, and we talked a little bit about the Giants' struggles at the plate. And Will said, as only Will Clark can, The gentlemen on this team are well aware of the struggles that they're having, and they're harder on themselves than any fan could possibly imagine. He also said they're out here every single day early, working on things, trying to change things. It doesn't happen in a day. It could take a couple games. It could take a week. He also said the ability to hit is there, evidenced obviously by tonight. It will get better. He said this happens to every team at some point in the season, and if the Giants can get hot and another team hits a skid, they can make up ground in a hurry. John?
That ball is hit high and deep and foul, and it is wet.
Splash. All right, hurry up. Here, hurry up. Here we go. Here, he needs to work on his technique. But Crawford getting a hanging breaking ball and knowing exactly what to do with it. I mean, that's got to be pretty cool. You're sitting out there in the cove in a boat, and all of a sudden the ball splashes in.
He had it all worked out too, and just going to go over and get that net. But the actual thinking it through ahead of time and actually doing it. I mean, I think deep down he never thought it would actually happen.
No, I don't think he did. Wasn't ready.
1-2.
What we found out all the years that Barry Bonds was hitting balls in the cove was that not all balls float. Some of them sink, and some of them sink quickly. Don't ask me why that is. We never found out.
Mike, why is that? Here's strike 3. Crawford goes down.
Same breaking ball that Kroll got Joe Panic with. A good slider. Hard slider, and you see the circle on the spin. I mean, a perfect location. It's one of those at bats you tip your cap if you're a Giants hitter.
Here is Aaron Hill, who's 0 for 3, has scored a run. And ball 1. Still 3-0 Cardinals over the Rockies, and they have gone to the last half of the 9th inning now in Denver. Sunwon Oh, the closer, has come in for the Cardinals. And Brandon Belt easily steals that one as the count goes to 2-0. Man, Kroll didn't care anything at all about Brandon Belt, and Belt took advantage of it.
Well, and if you're a Braves pitcher, I mean, you really have to protect Tyler Flowers. He doesn't have a strong arm. You have to make up for it with your unload time. And with Kroll, I mean, he had a high knee raise, a big leg kick. His unload time about 1.4 seconds. And with a catcher who doesn't have a great arm, I mean, you're not giving him any chance at all.
Second steal of the year for Brandon Belt. Remember, he never stole a base last year. So now he's in scoring position. So a base hit could knock him in. Ball 3.
Well, last year, Belt, I mean, he had the green light. I mean, he was the type of base runner that if he got a good jump, Bruce Bochy said, "You go." Well, he got thrown out his first 4 times last year, and Bochy said, "You know, the green light, it's now a red light." Took it away, and that was it.
Got the go-ahead on 3-0. Fouls it back out of play. So 3-1 now. With Nick Hundley on deck. 2 down in the inning. Belt at second. Pretty good wind is blowing out toward left field, it appears. It's a walk. Second walk of the inning. Well, you mentioned that, Mike, when you talked about his season. That's been the Achilles heel for Ian Kroll. He walks a lot of guys.
Strikeouts and walks. The good with the bad.
18 innings before tonight. And that's now 14 walks plus 1 hit batsman. The other thing he's given up a lot of is home runs. 18 innings, 4 homers allowed. That's a lot for a short inning reliever. Hundley has hit a home run tonight. And ball one.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of Braves pitchers give up home runs in their new environment. The new ballpark in Atlanta is definitely a ballpark that favors a hitter.
In Cobb County.
Much different than Turner Field that always favored the pitcher.
SunTrust Park. 2 on, 2 out. Up the middle. Base hit. Here comes Belt. And he scores. It's 6-2 Giants.
Have a night, Nick Hundley. 3 hits, 3 RBIs. So how big was that stolen base now? Nick Hundley just made Ian Kroll pay.
3rd hit of the game for Hundley.
Really a good shot there of Hundley. Watch his head stay down through the swing. Throws it right back up the middle.
Hundley had a home run to left center in the 1st, a single, and a run scored in the 4th, and now an RBI single here in the 8th.
As soon as that 4th run came across the plate, Mark Melancon stopped throwing.
It's no longer a safe situation. The Braves, Chuck Hernandez is the pitching coach. Is Corey Guerin now warming up instead of Melancon. Jason Mott is up in the Atlanta bullpen. Hundley's base hit, the only hit of the inning. It was the 2 walks that set it up. Here's Williamson, who is 1 for 3. He got a single and scored a run in the 4th inning. Giants had a 3-run 4th inning. And they built a 5-0 lead. It's now 6-2 here in the last of the 8th. In the dirt. Blocked by Tyler Flowers. Tomorrow's game is a 1:05 start. The finale of this series. Johnny Cueto for the Giants against the knuckleballer R.A. Dickey. Off the leg. Swanson got it. Nice play by Swanson, playing the deflection. 1 to 6-3 for the putout. 1 run for the Giants. They lead 6-2, and we head to the 9th. .105 first pitch. Tune into NBC Sports Bay Area at 1 o'clock with pregame live starting at noon for the Cueto versus R.A. Dickey matchup. And we'll be back with you on NBC Bay Area and the Giants television network Wednesday night. That's just a few days from now. May the 31st, the final game of the series, the Giants and the Nationals, 7 o'clock. Giants Nats from AT&T Park right here in NBC Bay Area and the Giants television network Wednesday. There's Gorkis Hernandez now in left field replacing Eduardo Nunez, and with the score now 6-2, Derek Law stays in for the Giants, and if he's needed, Mark Melanson will be ready in the bullpen. There goes Span. That ball is hit really well, and he catches up to it. So Flowers clobbered it. Flowers, who's already had 2 hits, probably his best hit ball of the night, turns into an out.
Yeah, well, that's the irony of baseball. But here, jumping on the first fastball challenge he sees from Law. And Span, a nice jump. Gathers it in. Right in the sweet spot.
One down. Here is Dansby Swanson. Swanson has walked, flied out to right center, and grounded into a force play. Takes a called strike. Ty Blach was sensational again tonight. 7 shutout innings before the Braves got through to him for a couple of runs in the 8th. So Blach overall 7 2/3, 2 runs, 6 hits. When he left the game, he was leading 5-2.
4 starts in a row, 7 innings or more.
You ever think that there's some kind of a relationship between a guy who he works quickly, throws strikes, and his team tending to score runs for him when he pitches?
Absolutely. I mean, you should have it in your mind as any pitcher. You get out there, you should work a quick pace, especially with nobody on base. Now, I understand when an inning starts to go against you, you may want to be a little more deliberate, slow things down, control the rhythm, because offense likes a fast pace. But when there's nobody on, there's no excuse to be a slow worker. None.
Well, now it's 3-2.
I mean, you keep your infielders, your outfielders on their toes.
But 2 straight starts now for Ty Blach. He's been outstanding, working that very quick pace, and the Giants have scored runs on his behalf. There's that quick pitch and a foul out of play off to the right. And the Giants in between, in the 4 games in between Ty Blach's 2 starts, scored 6 runs total in the 4 games combined. I just bring it up because it seemed like Kirk Reeder ended up getting a lot of runs in his starts. And that's ball 4, and he missed badly with that one.
Well, again, with the quick step, only this time with a breaking ball, looked like a slider, 3-2. But with a 4-run lead, that's the last thing he wanted to do is walk anybody.
Here is Santana, switch hitter. He is 0 for 3, and he takes a called strike. Cardinals beat the Rockies 3-0. That's all over. Adam Wainwright pitched 7 shutout innings for St. Louis as the starter in that one. Ooh, 0-2.
That was a good breaking ball. Think about Derek Law. He's got such a high 3/4 release. It's almost over the top. And you could see the 12-6 break. I mean, that is a tough assignment if you're a hitter trying to do something with it. And there's a big league scud. I mean, that's a big, it doesn't get any better scud like than that.
And it's basically he was trying to throw the same pitch that he'd just thrown.
Well, I think he was trying to bounce this one at home plate. Trying to throw a little bit lower, take advantage of the 0-2 count. But yeah, just a little bit too much pine tar. Scud. That's a good 12 feet out in front of home plate.
Not many,
world class.
Not many guys can do that.
No, that's a good one.
Now that Affeld's retired. 1-2 the count. Off the foot. Foul ball.
Jeremy Affeld and Tim Litz could throw some scuds that you couldn't even explain. And then on the next pitch, come back and absolutely throw something perfect. Buster Posey? Yeah, it would drive him a little crazy. Nobody likes scuds if you're a catcher.
That one is into the gap. Span knocks it down. Williamson picks it up. This is going to be a triple for Santana. And it is 6-3. And Bruce Bochy will go for his closer now. So not a very strong night for Derek Law. He gets a couple of outs. Gives up 2 hits and a walk, and a run is in. And as Melancon comes in, we'll be back. Inning. And Jace Peterson coming up as a pinch hitter. There's the Giants closer, Mark Melancon, into the game.
Take a look at the numbers. 13 2/3 innings. He's had 11 strikeouts against 1 walk. 15th time he's come in. He's got 9 saves and 11 opportunities. For Melancon, he's pretty much going to see cutters, low 90s in velocity, and curveballs. And right now, as he takes the ball from Bruce Bochy, I mean, I'm sure Bruce Bochy said that guy at third base means nothing. Concentrate on the hitter, and that's where he will center his concentration.
Jace Peterson out of the Atlanta farm system. Runner at third. The infield backed up, normal depth. And the curveball, 0-1. Good one.
Same kind of a break that Derek Law has, and a similar release. Melancon's got a high release, and that gives you the 12-6 break on that curveball that he has. The bigger the break, the tougher it is to command.
The cutter, and it's 0-2.
You don't have a lot of history against a guy like Melancon. You're totally at a disadvantage.
Santana, the runner at third, 1 out. And he puts him away with the big hook.
So his first at bat ever against Melancon, and predictably, it ends up in a strikeout. 3-pitch see ya. It goes curveball, cutter, curveball. See ya.
So 2 down, and here is Inciarte, the leadoff man. He's been on base 3 times tonight. He got 2 walks, and then an infield hit in the 8th inning, and scored a run. Two down, runner at third. Back at Melancon, and he throws him out. And he seems to be okay. The ball game is over. The Giants' losing streak is over. And for Ty Blach, he was the stopper, and he has won twice this week.
Well, the one thing you want to be known for as a starting pitcher is that you will eat innings up. Now, that's the 4th start in a row that he has had 7 or more innings pitched. He was brilliant tonight, and the Giants supported him well offensively, and at last the 4-game losing streak is over.
6-3, the Giants over the Braves tonight, and we're going to have more from AT&T Park. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.